Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We are live on the YMF Racing Network for another exciting night of action. Here with the Lucky Ones iRacing Series at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. We're in the Cup Series cars tonight for the second week of these guys' league. In for a good night of racing tonight. Got a lot of good familiar names in here. We have Trevor, Shep, William Graham, TV's Box, McFarland Racing, Chris Violet, Rocky Welder. Tons of good names in this race tonight. Qualifying is just wrapping up now. These guys are getting ready to hit the grid. Looks like Trevor Quisenberry is going to be your pole sitter tonight. Give us just a few moments here. We'll get the grid pulled up here while these guys take their positions. Let's see. All right, so starting first, going to have Trevor Quisenberry tonight in that number 2 car. Shep on the outside row starting second. William Graham third. TV's Box fourth. McFarland Racing fifth. Chris Violet sixth. Corey Yoakum seventh. Scott Heinrichs eighth. Wacky Welder ninth. Jake Duke rolling off 10th. Bobo Racing 11th. Bubba J back in 12th. And that's going to wrap up your field, your starting lineup for tonight. And a lot of these guys, you can see them live over on TikTok. Make sure you give all these drivers a follow tonight if you want an onboard view of what these guys are going to be doing. I know Bobo Racing is live over on TikTok as well as TV's Box. I imagine probably Bubba J is live as well. We are about to go racing now. I was watching practice a little bit earlier. I'll tell you who looks really, really good in practice is Bobo Racing. So I'm shocked to see him back in 11th. See what he has in store for these guys tonight. But man, he set a crazy fast lap time tonight. All right, pace car is off. These guys are going to take that lap around the track and we'll go racing. Great Friday night of iRacing action here on the YMF Racing Network. I hope everybody had a great week so far. Ready to get this weekend kicked off with some iRacing. Let us know where you're checking in from. See, we have some Trevor fans in here. Pace car's going to dip down to pit road. Trevor's going to lead these boys to the green flag. All right, green flag is out. Trevor leads the pack down the front stretch. We are here for 110 laps of action at Echo Park Speedway. Trevor side by side with Shep as they make their way in the backstretch. Atlanta is one of my favorite tracks on the schedule. Ever since they did the repave a few years ago, the racing has just been excellent here in these new Cup cars. I hope to see the same tonight from these guys. Nice tight. Back as they take lap 2. Chris Violet in that number 9 car made his way to the second position. He's looking all over the bumper of Trevor Quisenberry. Settles down, single file, front to back. It's a 110 lap race, so no reason to get too crazy right away. Looks like we have a pass going on back here. Shep in that 115 battling with TV's Box. Shep's gonna fall to the back of the line there. He may be trying to team up with his partner, Scott Heinrichs in the 67 car, both precision drivers. They're going to work together in the back of the field. McFarland racing the number 15. He's on the outside line. He's going to get passed by TV's box on the inside. He's going to fall back. He's going to the back. Trevor continuing to lead the pack. So we have some number 5 cars, some number 5 fans in here. And the Corey Yoakum back in 3rd place. Box on the inside. Looks like he's going to fall to the back as well. Back to the front. Trevor Quisenberry first, Chris Violet second, Corey Yoakum third in the number 5 car. William Graham 4th and Bubba J 5th. Bubba's going to try to make that high side hook. No help out there. Looks like he's going to fall to the back as well. Number 3, William Graham. Looking to maybe make a move into that 3rd position. Thought about it for a second. Kind of saw him weaving in and out. Take a lap around here with William and get a good look at what he sees. Back in 4th place. Field remaining single file front to back for now. We are on lap 9 of 110. Wacky Welder and J Duke way behind. I believe those 2 may have started in the pits. Field comes around the back stretch. There's a side-by-side action briefly in the back between Shep and Scott Heinrichs. Shep in that 115 Chevy. Bubba J gonna gain a position. He's up to 4th in that number 22 car. Chris Violet in 2nd. Thinking about moving to the outside, not quite. Trevor just holding on to this lead. He's led all 12 laps so far. Chris Violet in the 2nd position. He gives Trevor a shot in the rear bumper going the back stretch. Back through the field. Corey Yoakum in that 5 car. Bubba J in the 22. William Graham in the 3. Scott Heinrichs in the 67. Farther on back, Bobo Racing in the 29. TB's box behind him in the 50. Another Look Good Racing Machine. McFarland Racing back at 9th. A small group back here at McFarland, J. Duke, and Wacky Welders. That's 9th, 10th, and 11th. Shep has exited the race. Not sure what happened to Shep, if he disconnected, but he is out, unfortunately. He looked very good in practice, so we hate to see him disconnect. I'm not sure what kind of issues he may have had. Chris Violet at 9, just all over the rear bumper of the number 2 Trevor Quisenberry. Trevor leads the pack around the lap 18 this time around. And the number 9 is just all over the 2 Trevor. Just not giving him any breathing room. Scott Heinrichs back in that 67, looking to the outside of William Graham. Scott's going to fall back in line. Go back and check on TB's box and Bobo Racing back here. Falling behind quite a bit from that lead pack. It's going to be tough for these guys to catch them. We'll see what happens. I imagine we're going to have plenty of green flag stops. All these guys are extremely clean racers in here, so I don't imagine we're going to see a lot of cautions tonight. If any, we may go 110 laps of straight green flag racing tonight. Oh, yellow flag is out. Let's see what happened. Not seeing anything on the track. Or a Yokum. Let's go back and take a look and see if we can tell what happened. Can rewind this. I'm guessing that number 5 car may have spun out. Oh, trouble. He just kind of shot down into the apron. I'm not sure what happened there. Shot down the apron and made contact with the wall. Hate to see that for the number 5 car. I know he had a few fans out there. Tough luck for Corey Yoakum in the 5 car. He's not out yet. The bad news, no fast repairs, so he's going to have to spend some time in the pits, get that thing cleaned up. But he's not out yet. Luckily, it wasn't too hard of a hit. That is one thing to know, fans, if you're keeping note at home, no fast repairs tonight. Only 3 extra set of tires. So they really got to take care of their stuff. Be careful. You don't want to slam into the wall too many times tonight. That will definitely end your race early. We'll see how things shake out after these pit stops. Trevor did go in first. Looks like he's going to hold on to that lead. He may have been the only car to stay out. Everybody else is on pit road. It's like Bubba's probably going to win that race off pit road. And he does. William Graham's going to follow him off in the 3 car. Chris Violet next will come out fourth in that number 9 Monster Energy Toyota, and that'll put it TV's box back in 5th, J-Duke in 6th, Wacky Welder 7th, Bobo Racing 8th, Scott Heinrich 9th, and McFarland Racing back in 10th. Corey Yoakum, unfortunately, still on pit road. I really hope he doesn't have too much damage. That hit didn't look too bad, but we'll see if he's able to make it back out on track. The first caution of the night, approximately 20 laps into the race. Again, there's just a minor incident with Chris Yoakum. I'm sorry, Corey Yoakum. Base lights should go off this time by. We'll get the 1 to go. Get back to racing. Yep, they are off. 1 to go. Corey Yoakum's still on pit road, so he's gonna lose a lap here. Maybe a couple laps. 3 laps actually. It's not over yet, though. He can make his way back onto the lead lap. Will be lap 24 when we take the green flag and restart. Again, Trevor Quisenberry will be leading these guys to that green flag again. Had a very strong race so far. He's led all 23 laps. Bubba J's worked his way up to 2nd place. Yeah, 22 Mental Health Bros car. Corey is still on pit road, unfortunately. May have had a lot more damage than what I thought. The hit didn't look that bad. But he's been on pit lane for several minutes here. Hate to see that for Corey. All right, pace car is off. Trevor leads them back to the restart zone here at Echo Park Speedway. Green flag is out. Trevor with an amazing start. Wow, excellent jump. Second, third, fourth, and 5th. All right there. Jay's going to pull away and hold on to 2nd. He's going to look into the back door. Trevor going into turn 4. Not enough. There he goes. Goes to the outside. Maybe going to get some help with William Graham on the outside. William Graham falls back. Bubba Dips falls back in line behind Trevor. William Graham fell way back to 7th. Oh, trouble! The 3 goes around. William Graham contact with the 67. Scott Heinrich's caution is out. Lap 26. Go back and take a look at this incident. Oh no! Rewind and maybe get a better camera angle. So the 3 just kind of shot up the track right into this 67. One more look at that. Yeah, not sure what happened there, but tough break for the number 3 and the number 67. So that brings out caution number 2 on lap 27. Trevor's going to bring it down pit lane this time. He was the only car that did not pit on this last round of pit stops. We'll see if anybody's going to come down with him. I don't think so. You might see a few cars come down and top off with fuel. We will see. So this will move Bubba J up to your first position. Bubba J will be leading. Chris Violet will go into second position. And there's Trevor's gonna hit pit lane. Jay Duke is gonna hit the pits as well. McFarlane Racing, William Graham, definitely gonna have to come in and fix some of that damage. Scott Heinrichs as well. Corey Yoakum. Looks like he has the number 5 machine all fixed up and back out on track. Hopefully he'll be able to catch up, make a few laps back. Jay Duke gonna be the first car off pit lane. We'll put him in 6th. Yeah, 6th position. Once all this cycles out, new race leader Bubba J. Chris Violet in 2nd. TB's Box back up to 3rd. Bobo Racing in 4th. And Bobo's my pick tonight, just based on pure practice speeds. He looked very good in practice. Rocky Welder 92 back in 5th. Some really cool looking cars out here tonight. Go back, take a look at pit lane. Scott Heinrich still on pit lane, unfortunately, repairing some of that damage. William Graham as well. McFarlane. These cars gonna be coming around turn 4 right now. There should be one to go, I believe, this time by. All right, pace lights are off. 1 to go. William Graham is back on the track. Good news for him. Unfortunately, Scott Heinrich is still on pit road. So he's going to lose a lap here. So McFarlane Racing will be down 1 lap. Scott Heinrich will be down 2 laps. Corey Yoakum will be down 8 laps. And Shep is completely out of the race, 17 laps down. Lap 30 when we go green here. I'm just curious, has anybody's race winning picks changed now that we've had a couple accidents? All right, the field is coming around turn 4. Pace car off to pit road. Bubba J is going to lead these boys to the restart zone here in Atlanta. And he is off. Oh, rough start on the inside line by TV's Box. Side by side, Jay Duke for 4th place. Number 9 Monster Energy car of Chris Violet holding on to 2nd place. He's looked pretty well. Bobo up to 3rd. Chris Violet looking to the outside. He's going to try to take command of this race. He gets Bobo Racing up top. Bobo pushes Chris to the lead. Chris Violet, new race leader with some help from Bobo. And TV's Box behind him in third. It's going to move Bubba Racing back to fourth. We've had some pretty solid racing so far. Everybody's really been able to pull away and get a massive lead. Let's go back and check in on Trevor. Again, he was your race leader, you know, the first 25-ish laps until we had that caution here come down the pit road. It's going to put him back in 7th right now, so he's going to try to make his way back up through the field. Currently side by side with Bubba J. Unfortunately, Scott Heinrich's still on pit road. Let's take a look at your biggest movers of tonight's race. So far, it looks Bobo Racing actually up 9 positions in the 2nd place. Bobo's in this thing for the long haul, I'm telling you. He looks so good in practice. We're only on lap 35 of 110 right now, so he's out there taking it easy, but he's still in 2nd place. Great showing from him so far. Farther back in the field, Corey Yoakum up high. Bubba J back in 7th. Wacky Welder 92. Field in 5th place, Wacky Welder in the 24 car. Let's go on board with Bobo Racing. Take a look from his dashboard. They make their way around number 67. Scott Heinrich's back on track. Field's pretty much single file these last five or so laps. Maybe calming down after a few quick cautions there. Jay Duke he's worked his way up to 4th place behind the number 50 of TV's Box. Jay Duke in these number 08 Camo Chevy Camaro. Let's go on board with Jay Duke. Bubba Racing maybe thinking about a move to the outside. Saw him peek his nose up just a hair. Still see some Corey Yoakum fans in the chat. Hey, just a couple cautions. He'll be right back in this thing. Trevor Quisenberry jumping to the outside. He's going to follow Box. Trevor Quisenberry stuck back in 7th place. Hasn't been able to move up since that last caution. Bubba J looking to the outside of Box. Bubba back into 5th. Working on 4th. Battling Wacky Welder in the number 24 car. Bubba J tucks back in line. Bubba J not done yet. J Duke making a move as well. Bubba moving to the outside. He wants to take control of this race. Bubba with some help from J Duke up top. And Bubba is going to lead a lap. Chris Violet not quite ready to give it up yet. Bubba does clear him into the corner, coming out of the back stretch. And J Duke gets by. Bubba going to get by Chris Violet as well. So Chris Violet falls back to 4th. New race leader, Bubba Racing. J Duke is in 2nd, and Bubba J back in 3rd. Love to see these guys swap leads several times throughout this race. And maybe J Duke wants to get a piece of this leading action. All over the bumper of Bubba Racing. Look at this. Box gonna take his car to the outside. Chris Violet jumps ahead of him. We have the outside line forming up. Chris Violet's going to be leading the outside line, followed by Box. Oh, Box in the wall. That's going to slow them up. Chris Violet gets back up the inside. Box just left to dry up by himself. J Duke working with the Bubba Racing. Maybe going to try to pull away. We have 2 cars out right now. William Graham and Shep. 3 cars. Farland Racing as well. He's running race control. He's your Lucky Ones iRacing series owner. Make sure you give him a follow on TikTok if you haven't done so already. He's the reason we are all here tonight. Put this together for us. Wacky Welder to the outside. A few heroes back. Everybody back single file now. Bubba leads the back. Heavy tour guy, he says Wacky Welder is going to be charging to the front. Let's go back and take a look. Take a look at Wacky Welder. He looked good. He was making some moves and just kind of fell off about a lap or 2 ago. Trevor Quisenberry's up to 5th. He's gained a couple positions. Wow, what a move to the outside of Chris Violet. Here goes Trevor on the move. If he's able to clear Chris, that'll put him in 4th position. As Bubba and J Duke continue to work together and lead this pack. Single file. Chris Violet way down low. He's going to try to get to the inside. He makes contact with Bubba J. His pilot just a little loose in the middle of 1 and 2. Contact with Bubba. Everyone saves it. No issues there. Just a little speed loss for Chris. Back to your top 3. Bobo Racing first, J Duke second, Bubba J third, Wacky Welder in 4th. And just like that, he's back to the front. These guys might be in trouble now that Bobo and J Duke. These guys race together pretty often. They're going to move up the track just a hair, maybe try out that top line. J-Duke just left Bobo. J-Duke's going to take over the lead now, potentially. No, Bobo slides back down. Here comes Trevor. He's side by side racing with Bubba J for 3rd. To the outside. Maybe going to get some help from Corey Yoakum coming off the back stretch. Corey goes back to the inside. So Trevor and Chris on the outside by themselves. Outside line is going to work unless they have at least 3 cars up there. Seems like every time somebody tries to go up there, they get help from 1 car, but it's just not enough. They're really going to need to get 3, maybe 4 cars outside and line up to make that work. Still very, very early in the race. About halfway through. A little over halfway. J Duke all over the bumper of Bobo. Second, he's going on board J Duke. Oh, Bobo goes up top. He's going to be left by himself. J Duke, new race leader. Number 08 Chevy's going to take the lead on lap 57, 58 at the line. Bubba to the inside of J Duke. Bubba's back to the lead. And he has some help from Wacky Welder coming from the inside. Wacky Welder and J Duke side by side for 2nd. Oh, trouble! J Duke around. Bobo racing J Duke into the wall. Turn 4. Tough break for J Duke in that 08. Let's go back and take a look at this. What happened? Just kind of slides right across that nose of Bobo. Hate to see that for Bobo in the number 29. He was my pick tonight. Let's get one more look at this incident here. J-Duke was just leading the race. He's in 2nd, 3rd position when this happens. All right. Back live. J-Duke is going to hit the pits here. Come down and get that thing repaired. Bubba J is going to be in the pits as well. Wacky Welder following him. Tough break for both of those cars. They had just made it to the front. Both led a few laps, several laps. Just unfortunate contact. Bubba J on pit road. 4 fresh tires for him. Be interesting to see how this all shakes out. Bubba J gonna be your first car off pit road. Trevor's gonna come out in second. Chris Violet will come out third. And TV's Box fourth. Great run from Box today in that Good Racing Toyota. Still have a few cars on pit lane. J Duke and Bobo getting some damage taken care of. J Duke coming back on the track right now, so his car should be okay. Don't know if it'll be enough to keep up with maintain race speed, but at least back out on track. But unfortunately, Bobo's still getting some damage work done. It's gonna put Bobo down a lap. About 50 laps to go in this race when we go racing. Pace lights are off. 1 to go. Bubba J's going to lead them around and take that green flag at one more time. Trevor Quisenberry up to second. Chris Violet back at third. We'll have 6 cars on the lead lap. That'll be Bubba J, Trevor Quisenberry, Chris Violet, TV's Box, Wacky Welder, and J Duke. Bobo Racing will be 1 lap down. Corey Yoakum 8 laps down. Scott Heinrich 11 laps down after that contact with Corey. Back around lap 25, I believe, is when that happened. Pace car making their way around turns 3 and 4. All right, pace car is off. Bubba leads the field to the restart zone. Green flag is out. We are back to racing. Trevor Quisenberry with a great start. He moves out for the lead on the outside. Back to the front for that number 2 Ford of Trevor. Moves to the inside. Bubba. Box left. Lost several spots on that restart, back to 6th. Chris Violet going at it for the second position, side by side on the back stretch. And J Duke right back at it in 4th after that contact. Surprised to see him still running in 4th. Maybe not quite enough speed for J Duke as he's going to get passed by a few cars on the outside. Chris Violet in the 9, Wacky Welder in the 24. Got Heinrich lined up on the outside. He's 11 laps down right now. We'll see if maybe he can help Chris and Wacky Welder on the outside, though. J Duke right there in 3rd. He's going to go to the outside. He gets some help from Chris Violet in the 9. Not quite enough. I I think Jay Duke just has a little bit too much damage out there. We'll see. One more caution, though. I mean, he's still pretty much keeping up with the leaders. So one more caution, maybe get that thing repaired just a little bit more. And Jay Duke might be okay. I don't think he has enough to quite get back up to the lead. Bubba J working with Trevor. Field is back to single file. Let's go back and take a look at Bobo again. He lost a lap because of the last incident. He's back on he's on the front stretch right now. The lead pack is coming out at 2. He's got some good distance. If he can get one more caution, it'll work out for Bobo. He should be okay. I don't think this thing is over yet. It's going to get very interesting the longer we go here. 40 laps to go. Nobody's really been able to break away tonight. And it's a good thing. Good thing for us. Bad thing for these guys on track. Not what they want to see. I'm sure Trevor doesn't want Bubba all over his bumper in the rear view mirror, but great for us as fans. Box has worked his way back up to 4th. Racing with Chris Violet. Trading positions back and forth. Let's go on board with Bubba again. Welder back to 4th. J. 5th. TV's box 6th. Bubba Racing back in 7th. Bubba J all over the number 2 of Trevor Quisenberry. Chris Violet looks to the inside. He's going to take this 2nd position. Contact with Bubba. Chris Violet, Bubba J, contact down the front stretch. Caution's out. Go back and take one more look at that and see exactly what happened. Chris looks to the inside. And there's a racing incident there. Maybe there's not enough room. Bubba maybe came down just a hair as Chris was going up. Let's get one more look at that. Luckily, no major trouble. There's enough to throw a caution. But no damage. Maybe just need some new tires. A little bit of damage there, but on the rear bumper of Bubba J. Nothing too bad, but this is a good break for Bobo. I know he loved to see that. It's going to put him back on the lead lap. See who decides to take hits here. Looks like Trevor's going to come down. Wacky Welder's going to follow him. Bubba J definitely is going to need to come in and maybe get that rear damage fixed, some new tires. J. Duke coming down as well. I imagine everybody's going to come down pit lane this time. Bobo stays out to get his lap back. Great news for Bubba. Another racer back on the lead lap here. Should have 7 cars total with about probably 30 laps to go by the time we go green. 35. All right, the field works their way down pit road. Let's see who wins the battle off. Jay. All right, Trevor was race leader. Oh, no, he had to back up just a little bit. That may have cost him a position. We'll see if anybody's able to take advantage of that. And Trevor is off. Trevor should remain your race leader. Violet. It's going to come out second. It's going to put Bobo Racing back up on the third, I believe, once this all settles out. Rocky Wilder in fourth. TV's Box fifth. And Bubba looks like he's off pit lanes now. Yeah, rear bumper looks good. They were able to get that taken care of. It's going to get that Mental Health Bros machine back on the track and not going to lose a lap. So good news for that number 22 of Bubba J. Plenty of time for him to get back up to the front. He's looked strong all race as well. He's been a top 3 car. Let's see where this shake things out for Bobo. He's going to come down the pits now. Got his lap back. He's going back down. Come back down the pits. Maybe repair some more of that damage. Lights are off. 1 to go. Bobo was able to get back on track before they go green. .34 to go when we go green racing here. Bobo's back out on track. If he can catch the field before they go green. These cars coming around turn 4 right now. Bobo's almost into the turn 3. All right, green flag is out. Trevor with another amazing start. And Bobo was able to catch the pack, so he's going to be right back up in this race. TV's Box second, J-Do back in third. There's Chris Violet. He was involved in that last incident. He's back in 6th. Pack. So Bubba J in 5th after that contact with Chris Violet. Worked out for him. Lost a few spots, but no real damage. Not the best possible outcome for that situation, probably. Maybe a little contact there between Rocky Wilder and J-Do coming out of turn 2. I nothing major, just brush doors. JD's going to fall to the back of that pack. Trevor Quisenberry continuing to lead with TV's box behind him in second position. Wacky Wilder in third. Bubba J with a strong move to the outside. He's going to get some help with from the number 67, Scott Heinrich. Not enough, slides back down in line in front of J Duke. And we are back to single file for the top 5. Sorry, top 4. Top 5, I can't count. Go back and check on that second pack. They're nice and formed up back here. Got about 30 laps to maybe make something happen. If they get a caution, they'll be right back up there. It's going to be tough for them to catch that pack, unfortunately. All 3 of those cars have been involved in incidents at some point through the night. Chris Violet in that last caution with Bubba J. Then prior to that, we had Bobo and J Duke got into it. Lap 83 at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Let's go on board with TV's box. Field continuing to stay single file. Got about a 5-second lead over that second pack that Chris Bobo and I believe Scott is with him. Sorry, Corey Yoakum with that second pack. Corey Yoakum 11 laps down. Slowly losing on that main pack. They're really going to need a caution for something to happen for these guys, unfortunately. Down to 6 seconds behind. Wacky Welder looking to the inside of box. Helping Wacky Welder move into that second position. Puts Bubba J in third, box back to fourth now. J Duke behind him in fifth. Bubba J gonna look to the inside of Wacky Welder. And just like that, folks, Bubba J back into second. Didn't take long at all for him to get back in that second position. For that last caution, he's gonna start working on Trevor Quisenberry. 24 laps to go. Folks, this is going to get really good. I'm telling you. This is going to get very good. On board Bubba J in the middle help close car. box back in third. To go. It's going to be really tough to beat Trevor on the outside. To make it work, they're really going to have to get these guys to form up. Still plenty of time. 20 laps is a lot of racing here. So Bobo and Chris back here working with Corey Yoakum. They're down 7 seconds behind now. Still praying for a caution. Pretty patient as we count down these final laps here at the Lucky Ones iRacing Series. These guys will be at Coda next Friday. We'll be doing some road course racing. Still single file for the last few laps. Over the Wacky Welder back in fourth. To go. Who's it gonna be, folks? Can Trevor hang out front for these final 15 laps? He's looked good so far. Or can Bubba J stop him? I think if Bubba J gets some help, they may be side by side coming to the line. We will see. But Bubba J is looking just as fast as Trevor, really. He's had a great night. To see if J Duke and Box are able to link back up again. If those guys are able to link up, maybe they can work together. They're going to need Wacky Welder's help as well if they're going to make their way around the 22 and the 2. "12 laps to go. I'm excited to see when Bubba J's going to try something. If he makes his move too early, he might get stuck out up top and fall right back to the back of the small pack. That's the last thing that he wants. Bubba J tightening up that gap just a smidge. The field is definitely tightening up now with the 10 laps to go. Here's your top 4. Here we see Wacky Welder and Box link up and make a move to the outside. Eight laps to go. Your top 5 all right there together. Anything can happen within these last few laps. Who will make a move first? Oh, Heavy Toe, you're going to be at the races with Coda next weekend. Well, I hope you and Wacky Welder have a great race weekend. Hope you guys enjoy your time at the track. I'm jealous. Nice. 6 laps to go. Everybody's still holding their spot in line. Trevor Quisenberry leading. Bubba J thinking about the outside. Is he going to be brave enough to do it? If he moves to the outside and Box doesn't go with him, Bubba J is going to fall back and be in trouble. So Box could potentially determine the fate of the 22 car if he moves too early. Wacky Welder and Box. To the outside they go. They get help with J Duke. So 3 cars line up on the outside. That's going to leave Trevor and Bubba J on the inside, riding first and second. 5 laps to go, 4 laps to go. The outside line just doesn't have quite enough. Box gets a good run again coming out of turn 2. He looks so good every time coming out of turn 2. There he goes, looking to the outside again. Wacky Welder goes with him. JD those 2 cars as well. Just not enough momentum in that turn 3 and 4. It seems like Wacky Welder falls back just a little too much. Not able to help Box get around that corner. 3 laps to go. Can Bubba J make a move? Boxman gonna try one more time. He gets another run on that back stretch. And just not enough help from Wacky Welder yet to make it happen. It's a little bit closer, still right there, side by side with Bubba J. 2 laps to go, not enough yet. Box is gonna need just a little more help from Wacky Welder if he wants this to happen. Coming around to the white flag this time by. White flag is out. Box looks to the outside one more time. Box to the outside of Bubba J coming out of turn 4. Not enough. He's going to fall back in line. Checkered flag. Trevor Quisenberry. Echo Park Speedway, car into the wall. JD hard hit into the wall after he crosses the finish line. But Trevor Quisenberry, race winner, Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Congratulations, Trevor, on your big win tonight. What a performance from that 2-car. Box tried to make a run there those last few laps. He'd get a strong run coming out of turn 2 every time, but just not enough. To make his way around Bubba J, who finishes second in the Mental Health Rose Chevy. Trevor makes his way down the front stretch. It's going to give us a show and burn it down here. There he goes. Race winner, Trevor Quisenberry. Burning it down here at Echo Park Speedway at the Lucky Ones iRacing Series. Congratulations. Yeah, the outside line, they just didn't have enough. I'm not sure if maybe Wacky Welder couldn't quite get to the bumper box or what the issue was, but just not enough there. All right, we have the top 3 here. We're going to see if we can get an interview. Just a moment. I don't think I'm able to get to him. Just a moment here, folks. We're going to see if we can get an interview with third place finisher Box. All right, guys, I apologize. We're having some technical difficulties. We're going to go ahead and end this now. I apologize. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do any race interviews tonight. So that'll be the conclusion of tonight's broadcast here for the Lucky Ones iRacing Series at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Again, congratulations to Trevor Quisenberry, your race winner. And these guys will be back in action next week at COTA. That'll be the third week for this series. And we'll see if Trevor's able to pull it off one more time. And again, that's it for tonight's race, folks. I hope you guys all have a great weekend and enjoy tonight's racing action from Lucky Ones. And we will catch you guys the next time we're live here on YMF Racing Network will be Monday with the FTR Truck Series. So we look forward to watching some playoff action with those guys. But take care, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you Monday.
Because we had the car model, they were able to build their tires quicker.